A dire warning for many on Hawaii's Big Island. Get out now. Fresh lava is taking over homes and streets, cutting off neighborhoods as officials issue their final evacuation orders. Families now having to leave everything behind.
This house is toast. House on that side over there, also gone. This is insane.
My goodness, new lava fountains are actually opening up and spewing into the air, and one fissure doubling in size over the past 24 hours. The lava has now invaded almost 4 square miles, an area so big it can be seen from space. All of this as scientists stand by watching Kilauea to see if it's headed for another massive eruption. Miguel Marquez joins us live from Pahoa, Hawaii, and we are in now the 4th week of this nightmare. No end in sight. Tell us what you're seeing.
Yeah, there is no end in sight, and one geologist who works on the mountain here said that they think they are only seeing a tiny percentage of the amount of lava in the system so far. I want to show you exactly where we are. A couple of concerns right now. The geothermal plant that is near here, the lava is encroaching onto that land. It has slowed overnight. The concern there that if it hits it only about a half-mile away from where we are right now, if it hits those wells in that geothermal plant, it would create sort of a hydrogen sulfide gas, which could be deadly to people. Leilani Estates and Lanipuna Gardens are just about less than a mile from where we are, just down this way. In front of us is that famous picture that CNN has had up for several days now, that live camera. That pile, that what has now formed a new cone of lava, is it's built up so much that you can no longer see it fountaining in that area, but it is fountaining in several areas in Leilani Estates. In the last 24 hours, we have seen lava fountaining as high as 100 feet in that area, and that is the concern for homeowners. More than 80 homes have now been lost. There are about 2,000 people that live in those two neighborhoods. It is a slow-moving and terrifying situation for them. And I want to show you what's happening here right now, just in front of us. This is fissure, I believe it's fissure 22. And we're starting to see, I don't know if you can tell, but there's a lighter gray lava in that area. That is new lava that has formed overnight, and at certain points you can see cracks of that molten red lava starting to pop out. And if you go all the way down to the ocean, you can see that's where lava is feeding all the way down into the ocean there, creating that laze, which is basically tiny microscopic pieces of glass and hydro and sulfuric acid, which is incredibly deadly if you come in contact with it. Incredible to see the degree of damage to this area. Also, keep in mind, we're about 25 miles away from the summit of Kilauea. This thing is far from over, say scientists. Kilauea itself, the summit, has sunk about 5 feet since all this began.
Oh, really? Okay, so really quick then, Miguel, what about the air quality where you are? As we look at all of that, you know, that haze and what you call laze right near the water, one has to wonder, how are you able to breathe? What's it like for you?
We are lucky because we're here, the wind is blowing that way, so all of that bad stuff is blowing that way. If the trade winds stop and all that gas starts to settle down on where we are, we will have to don the masks, and that's when it becomes extraordinarily dangerous, not just for us, but residents in the area as well.